Hey YouTube, Danny here again with another action figure review on the Neca Kratos God of War, Ghost of Sparta, whatever you want to call it, yada yada yada, the Ultimate figure, and it is so cool and I'm so excited to get this open. Kratos is my favorite PlayStation character, like, out there, well, because we can't, I guess, count Crash Bandicoot, so if we can't count him, it's definitely Kratos, and I am so excited for this figure. I've been hearing nothing but good things about him. The articulation supposedly is amazing, and for a figure that's only supposed to be about 24 bucks, which is how much I paid for it, I mean, the amount of stuff that we're getting in here is, like, unbelievable. I mean, the poses on the back and how amazing it looks and everything. I can't wait to get him open. And I've actually already gotten him open because, as you see when I'm going to open it, he's not even in here because I couldn't even wait for the review. I had to just jump on here, so that's where he would be. And then they have all this cool, like, Da Vinci looking drawings with him. Alright, so let's crack him open. Alright, so here's Kratos out of the box with all of his accessories, and he is just everything I would have wanted him to be. I mean, everything from the accessories to the head swaps, they're just so cool. He's just everything I could have imagined and wanted. Alright, we're going to start with, I guess we'll start with the accessories. He's got the flame swords from the game, which look great, and they slide into his hands really well. They have, like, all, like, this great detailing up in the black part of it, and the flame effects looking great. And they have all these, like, sculpted chains inside of there, and it's just looking really good. That's on both of them too. And they have, like, this, like, they have the skull face in them, but it has, like, this almost like wood look to it, which is really cool. He also comes with the lion hands, which they are just so freaking coolly sculpted. I mean, these spikes are actually pretty damn sharp, and the fists and everything, and the sculpts in the eyes, just so cool. They have it all like this wear and tear and shredding effect on it, like it's been hit, it's seen combat and everything, and the hands slide in pretty well with it. I'll actually show you real quick. His hands are a little tight, I've noticed. Like, I kind of had to really push to get the sword in. Like, even like now, trying to get it out is a little tough, but these slide in pretty easy. They go right in, and they lock because he's got those the chains on his arm. They lock in pretty easy, and that's for both sides except for this side, which, because this piece right here comes not on it, so otherwise I wouldn't be able to slide through. But they leave that little hole gap in there, so you can slide the rest of his arm piece in, which looks pretty cool. Again, with the ram and everything on it, looks pretty awesome. So I'll pop that back in there. Alright, and the additional head sculpt is pretty cool. I don't know, I like the screaming Kratos always better, but, you know, not too bad. They have the stitching on the eye, and just the sour, pissed grin. Nice, like, silvery, like, marble gray skin color to him, which is, you know, what you would want. And the goatee and everything looks pretty cool, but, you know, yeah, I'm always going to stick with the screaming one. Alright, so let's check him out himself. Let's pop this back off. And, alright, so here's our Kratos, and he's looking so damn cool. Right off the bat, from the head sculpt, like I said, the screaming one with this, like, crap-eating, like, nasty grin on him. I mean, that's just the Kratos that I always wanted, the one that I'm going to always pose with. I mean, this just nasty, evil look to him. He's got, like, all, like, these, like, sculpted rivets and details inside of him. I mean, it just looks so cool. Like, even the red band goes, like, all the way underneath, like, as far as you can crank it back. Like, it's still all underneath there. Like, they didn't, like, shy away from it or anything. And, like, the tiny little details of, like, the stitching in the chest looks so freaking cool. And these chains, too. Like, these chains, they have a different kind of feel to the plastic. Like, they almost do feel a little bit like, kind of a metallic feel a little bit to them, which I think is pretty cool. And they got a lot of free movement with the hands too, like really far in, really far back, swivel all around. I mean, that looks really cool. And the elbows and everything are double jointed, so like I said originally, there's just so much movement and articulation with him. Oh, and that's another thing, this back piece here, it's for his swords. which they can be kind of annoying to try to get them in there, but if you push them around and stuff a little bit, they will eventually go in. You can get both in, but you really got to push and push to get it into the plastic. I had it one time, but I don't want to keep pushing it because even though this chain plastic piece does feel pretty sturdy, I don't want to mess around with it and accidentally break it or anything because this figure is too damn cool to want to get another one. And the actual like crunch in the ab is actually really good too. He's got really far back movement, really far, so you can have him really looking down or you can have him really looking high up, and that goes with his head too. It doesn't go too far back, but like you're kind of like stuck in a little bit of a, that's about as much as it'll go up and down, but because the ab goes back so far, it kind of makes up for it. Yeah, like even like the abs and stuff over here just looks so good, so greatly sculpted. Like I said, the rest of his chest, like the golden armor arm, looks so cool. They put like the blood effect in there, like you see in the combat, and again, it's sculpted great, really rivety, really bumpy, up and down, and that's all throughout to the back of him again. All right, and then his skirt or kilt or whatever you want to call it, it's like obviously a much like a looser plastic, and it's got that little bit of a, like almost like a rubbery feel to it, which is kind of good because that's kind of like how they used to make this stuff out of, so it looks pretty good. And you know, you have all like this, like, I know it's Greek and stuff, but it almost looks like Aztec, like writing and stuff inside of it, and all these little black things in the back of it. Just looks so cool. And even back here, you got like all the rips and tears on the back of it. I mean, really cool. And then you have like a, I guess like an, it almost looks like a gauze bandage under here for the underneath pieces for his legs. And the sculpting and everything continues throughout. The great gray brush and double jointed knees, and his legs kick out really far too. I mean, look at that. That is like a hell of a kick. So again, you're going to be able to get like some amazing like jumping, kicking, and posing positions with them. Right. And then his legs, they don't swivel back and forth. He's like there's totally staged here. I mean, the foot does and everything, but as for this is totally stationary. So it is what it is. But I think it looks so cool with the Hermes-looking winged foot, which these are all like individually rubberized, and they have like the real feathery look. So they actually do look cool. And the whole leg piece alone, in general, you know, more bumps and rivets and scars, and really making it look like Kratos has been through it, the war and back again. And the detail on the toes and stuff is pretty cool. Painted them like little like dark gray, like dead toenail looks, which is pretty cool, I guess, because he is the ghost. And the bottom